Kerr and
Luna Wolf,
the Evil Twins, with the cast and director of The Unfolding today. Hi, welcome to FrightFest.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about the story?
Yeah, so this is a supernatural thriller based on a young couple who get lost and end up in a very scary house. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's very much based on what you can't see, and the situation gets worse and worse, and the rest of the world is involved, and that's all I'm going to say.
Is there anything in particular that you felt you needed to take on to prepare for the role?
It was more with mine specifically because he was the skeptic and he was the scientist. It was getting an understanding of what sort of the sort of lingo and the sort of equipment that you'd use, and also it was that sort of feeling of if I was there in that house, I'd probably react very differently. He tries to stay as level-headed as possible, whereas I think that would probably tip me over the edge slightly.
I hear that you already knew quite a lot about the subject. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I did a lot of research, talked to PhDs in kind of quantum mathematics and all sorts of crazy, well not crazy actually, probably very accurate theories about what these things are, spirits and ghosts, and is matter self-aware, and some very, very clever people seem to think ghosts do exist, and speaking to them was very inspiring.
Do you believe?
Absolutely, because we had some paranormal activity on set, so I totally believe we had some ghosts visiting us on the set. I know everyone says that, but we really did. So, there were footsteps in the room above me when I was doing some second unit photography. There's no one else in the house apart from me. I was just doing some infrared photography, and I heard footsteps moving in the bedroom above me. There's no one else in the house, I know that, 100%. And the digital image technician had a electrical discharge going off behind his head. Same thing happened to the caterer. They refused to be in the house on their own after that, so yeah, pretty weird and spooky.
Do you ever need any more crew? Just let me know, yeah?
I will, definitely.
How did you prepare for the role?
Good question. It was a long time ago. How did I prepare for the role? Well, it was quite a lot of research. We had to figure out exactly. I had to know what Eugene was talking. I thought that Eugene basically was this character at some point. I mean, I didn't ask him directly, but Eugene seemed to know a lot about psychic events and psychic phenomena, and had a lot of theories. I don't want to leave you out. I'm sort of talking directly to the survey.
No, it's fine. I'm just
Unbelievable.
interested.
Okay. So anyway, I forgot the question.
How did you prepare for your role in this film?
Well, there wasn't much preparation because Eugene McGing said, look, this is the story, and it's going to be done with an improvisational technique, which means if you trust me, turn up, I will give you your character, and then you improvise from there on with the other cast crew. So the whole shoot was done improvisation, with Eugene having a very strong idea of where it was going. So very often we were actually stuck in a very spooky, dark house in the middle of the night for several weeks. And the strain of that, I can assure you, having seen a preview of the film, you can see that there's very little acting required. There were nights when we were absolutely bricking it, and and that I think comes across. But Eugene's a terrific filmmaker, and he said, "Trust me," and the cast did, and I'm very glad that we did do, because we had a great time, and he's produced a really very scary film.